finals to go for really an aggressive counter pick, something that can take over the game in a side lane.
Yeah, I really like the Cho'Gath ban here. The Ornn ban from Clutch Gaming, they banned kind of their own champion away, but they're on blue side, so 100 Thieves would have the first pick on that second phase. And now Someday is going to bring out that Shen here. I think one of the last times that Someday had that Shen in the top lane, it was impact bodying him, and then him realizing, okay, we should probably turn this around. That was the one game they lost out of their last 10.
Yeah, that was that game. Impact's like, I like this no ward thing. I can do my own thing. It will create a lot of pressure. And kind of everybody relearned that situation. Now we are here today.
And we did see this matchup yesterday a fair bit. It is a pretty interesting one. The Shen can definitely have advantages if you are able to actually get that push going, if you're building into the Titanic Hydra, and you can trade already starting to run out of mana, and as you start to build in the Catalyst and the Glacial Augment, you're actually looking to go for a dive here. Predator popped. Somebody's already low.
They're helping.
Oh, the first 200 HP from Reckless Swing coming through. Tries to mitigate a bit of that damage with Spirit's Refuge, but first blood to Lyra.
You can't predict that. They've never done this before. There's no counterplay.
In the history of Clutch.
Never in the history of Dota.
And so, sure, it's not a burst of wave clear, but if the other guy doesn't have it and you do, you're going to be able to just out wave clear him in the long
Back to the scene of the crime.
Whoa, taunt already used. Initial hit. That's turret aggro gained at max range, which means that is Lyra getting in right away to get the kill once again, but it actually goes over to Solo that time.
And we talked in Champion Select in every single game how it's coming down to the bottom lane. It looks like that's what the draft revolved into TP.
Yeah.
So Solo is just chasing Someday down the river like, hey, come back here, make sure you can't actually leave. And now Lyra's on the bottom side, doesn't have the Predator.
Maybe?
It was just a prank.
Yeah, it was absolutely a prank. No Undertow came out. They were just doing a few taps.
You got a block for Hakuo.
Hakuo now is trying to dodge in, back, left, right. Throws down the charm, but he cannot be quick enough to get out of that one. Hakuo goes down and a kill to 100 Thieves.
That was some really poor communication from Clutch Gaming. You could see it was actually Lyra running out as Hakuo goes forward, and then nope, Meteos is here.
On the outside, the slingshot to be reeled back, fires over the wall. Apollo with the Feather Storm and the miss by Meteos as he throws it just over the left shoulder of Apollo. Mid lane Rift Herald as Clutch Gaming is trying to turn this one up.
Exactly, because they had multiple people down bottom. Because they outplayed with less numbers, what?
Oh, they're so low.
Ball goes over, nice shield, disabled, out, and he is going to be blobbed. A good hit as Ryu tries to get himself to safety to deliver more hits. Devour from Afromu as they keep denying these kills. But will they solidify one? Cody, some flashes.
They're gonna get everyone.
Scatter. Afromu's now forced to flash. They are using everything, but the kitchen sink is being thrown at them. Lyra gets that kill as he smites it down. And Clutch Gaming come up huge.
They burst down Meteos through the Someday ultimate. He goes down. The Rift Herald is going to net them 2 turrets and a huge advantage here in game number 4.
They tried to make a play on the bottom side on 100 Thieves, and then it was countered by both Apollo and Hakuo. And then they try to actually go mid to counter the numbers advantage from Clutch. And Clutch just come up huge. They outplay here multiple times. They come through that location. Feathervin is right on top of that with the stun, the follow-up there, and then they're able to kill him right before he gets out. And Ryu's path is just awful from that point because he's sectioned off. He can't go to the right because Hakuo is coming through. He can't go to the left because everybody else is there.
Yeah, and since they're so low, Someday does not feel like he can actually commit the teleport because he doesn't think that's really going to save anyone. And
crazy. Full
commitment, just chasing down Afromu. Going to be able to get another kill with the smite there is Lyra. And that's such a massive play off of the Rift Herald.
That's a 6,000 gold advantage for Clutch. And so far, these early games have
on the lead you have built.
The Xayah still has a little bit of insurance behind it, but yeah, they spike in that mid game. And they don't have to worry about a Cho'Gath anymore when they do objective. That, I think, is a huge weight off their shoulders.
Well, looking for a pick, though. If they get Hakuo and he's a little too far out, they delete him immediately. That goes to 3 members of 100 Thieves, and they start to make a little work of what's been very
wards, and also any potential TP flank wards like we see over by kind of the blue buff.
Don't hit the wards.
Oh, Meteos looking for it.
By himself,
4v1 situation as Solo's pushing off Ryu. I don't think they knew 2 fights were going to happen on either side of the lane. That's going to be Meteos going down 100.
They're going to go to Baron.
Watch. That is absolutely going to the Baron. There's no 50-50 to be had.
This is going to be tough. I mean, 100 Thieves is already way behind. I'm not sure you can actually afford to give up a Baron at this early in the game. When you're already this far to get into the game, the less that advantage means. So they're going to have to force it, and they are on the Baron now. Featherman and Hakuo are zoning, and this is just a 3-man play, so it's going down pretty slow.
Super slingshot. No, he gets caught.
But that's
charmed up.
Used already. Meteos will be able to jump in.
He's in.
He does. The charm wears off. If Meteos can get this, it's going to be huge. No, smite away from Lyra. Very stressful play for him, but he comes out on top. Featherman is able to take down Meteos. No Bloblets there. Ooh. The blast forward. Lyra says we're not done yet. And it looks like they're going to go for the mid lane now. Full control over the map after Baron.
And Someday didn't even use Stand United to join that fight. He decides to stay on the bottom side. He gets a turret, but continuing to push, Clutch is just going to shove up mid lane and look to get some real damage done.
So Someday didn't have TP or have the Stand United, or at least didn't have the Stand United for that last few seconds there. Came up right after the Baron went down. So it was a good play from Clutch to force it then, because normally they're patient. Normally they try to bait it, but that time they actually went for the 50-50.
So they are going to be able to look to continue this push, and as you point out, that's the third Ocean Drake. That means it's a never-ending push. Even if you trade poke, you step back for a little bit, you will regen right back up, and they're looking for the pick.
And Clutch Gaming says, come on in, the water's feeling fine. Meteos takes the first bit of damage. Someday on the back line, as he was the front. He goes down first. They all turn around as you can see them trying to head for safety, but it's one after the other. Crowd control city. But the defense is pretty good there from 100 Thieves. They'll lose a lot of base and have to defend now inside.
And this is just going to be another inhibitor gone. And there's no way to defend this, and they can just continue the push potentially and look to end the game.
Once again, almost deja vu from our previous game of when they were coming in. That quick Baron, that quick hit, and then they don't stop. They're right back in your face, trying to take you down, and I'm sure they'll keep the fight going just like last time.
Yeah, they have no way to kill this Baron Banner Cannon minion here. It's just going to have to just shoot at the base, and right now they're trying to end it and take us to Game 5.
100 Thieves coming out strong. It went game for game. 100 Thieves got the second one, but now we're going to Game 5. It's 2-2 as we're all evened up.
Clutch just refuses to die. Everyone predicting them to lose in the quarters, predicting them to lose in the semis. We were going to Game 5. Clutch is the